Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He's got Buck Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down, Flacco now. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, Collins. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Collins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Throwing here on first down. Flacco almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Flacco. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive, he may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. So that'll back him up 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Collins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They pitch it out to Collins. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st down, Flacco. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
4 down. Monday. These two. Heat, these two. Quarter. Squirrel. No spacing.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Snickers, 66. Four down. Hey!
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Go.
Second and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll make it third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
4 down. Focus. 8. Monday. AB. Kings. Go. Jack 16. Check safety.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
These two. 24. Switch. Check three. All right, let's go. Quarter.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He uncorks it for Snead. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Flacco into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To pass, Flacco. First, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Flacco here on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. To Allen on the dump-off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if it got his man complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
this is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 49 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Buck Allen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Start! 180!
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. A second nice move. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Like 80. Jack 16. Double bump. King. Squirrel! Hey! All day. Big. Squirrel!
Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Snickers, 66. Take 4. 8. Big.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
8.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now Roethlisberger. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Middle. Solid. 5 down. Double bump. Big. Jack 16. All right, let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
That was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flacco. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback third and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Snickers. Snickers. Double, double. Focus, focus. AB.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
No. All right, let's go. What do you want? Jack 16.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Bud Dupree in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Flacco. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Flacco once more. Underneath to Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. On 4th down, it's Collins. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, Jordan Island over there. Quarter. No spacing. Good job, guys. Jack 16. Snickers, 66. No.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42. We're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Snickers. One day. Double bump.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
One day. Snickers, you got to spin.
Now Ben on third and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 83 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
The first carry here for Jacquizz Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. This is caught by Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. A dump underneath to Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick.
In today's football, where receivers break tackle.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Fitzpatrick. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
3. Force.
3rd and goal for Fitzpatrick. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard from 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Quarter. Whirl. Take both of them.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. Take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Force. Set. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back to it after the pick 6. Fitzpatrick. It's caught. Humphries. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Daniel McCullers continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Looking to throw on second down. Fitzpatrick. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Wilson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now Bell. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two. Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Eight. Big.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He finds an opening past the 40. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Jack 16. Eight. King.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Whoa! Snickers, you gotta spin. 22, 44. Double ball.
Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 47 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 51 yards on the ground. Right back to him on first down. They work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Week 3, tough one for Philip Lindsay, Charles. He was forced from that game against the Ravens after diving up into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Snickers, 66. Corner. Monday. Whoa!
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Snickers, you gotta spin. 50. Snickers, 66.
Ben to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Let's assess what the Denver Broncos have done so far this season as they come back onto the field here, Charles. Got off to the 2-0 start. Last week, though, the offense really wasn't clicking. Baltimore's defense was really good, and the Ravens got the 27-14 win.
Yeah, and that was a big one for Baltimore because that got them back on the beam. For Denver, they can regroup now. Remember, they had won the week before in an exciting game in their division against Oakland when they kicked the field goal at the buzzer. Now they get another divisional game coming up with Kansas City. That'll be at home before they go to the Jets. Dangerous with the new rookie quarterback, Sam Darnold. Then home for the hard-charging Rams. Maybe the best team in football right now.
Certainly that Broncos defense will be tested against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 44 yards. Now a first down throw. Keenum on the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing is Keenum on third down.
And that call makes sense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Caught here by Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Corner. All right, let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Double bump. Whirl! All right, let's go. Snickers, 66.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
And he coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
When I see a play like that,